The Weird Girls Club podcast with your hosts, Niamh and Amy. Hi, welcome back to the Weird Girls Club podcast. And we're having our little coffees. Cheers.
Coffee season. Well, it's always coffee season. And always iced coffees. Oh, I'd have iced coffee all year round.
There's one place I love for hot coffees.
Yeah.
Mast.
I do, but I'm having pumpkin spice syrup.
Yeah,
so.
we're manifesting the fucking winter. Or not winter, fall.
Yeah.
Winter is coming.
Winter's coming. Although I look like I'm after getting back from a rave.
Did you not?
But you know, actually, this time 5 years ago, I did get back from a rave. I was only back from Creamfield. That's when the weekend there.
Well, there you go.
This
She's
time
celebrating.
Yeah.
She's
so
reminiscing.
I'm just, yeah.
Also, today's Amy's Canadian anniversary.
Oh my god, yeah, actually. Woo.
She's 5 years in Canada
years in
today.
Canada. 5 whole years.
And hopefully we're here in another 5 years saying, oh, you're 10 years in Canada today.
A decade in Canada.
That's mad.
Wow. Oh wow.
I can see it happening. I
Scary.
see it in your future.
Do you Mary Tea Leaves over there?
Yeah. You ever go to Mary Tea Leaves?
No.
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 It's very good.
I've never had me leaves or tea. Me teas. Yeah.
Your tea's red.
Yeah.
Your leaves.
Leaves red.
Your teas.
Me tea leaves
Your
red.
tea leaves red.
Yeah.
But
I always think of Harry Potter, that teacher, and she's like, "Oh, I see a grave darkness."
Did you see there was a TikTok? Did you see the TikTok I sent you with the salt and pepper wand shakers?
Yeah.
I need them. I showed Aaron. I was like, I will not be happy. I goes, I swear to God, you'd have the best seasoned dinners.
Salt and pepper.
So there was like the TikTok, and yet the fella had like, they were like Harry Potter wands, but they were salt and pepper shakers.
And you're just like,
But see, I have salt and pepper everywhere.
yes, yeah, because I'd be whipping it around like a Valagadumber. It'd be like salt just wishing around.
What did we used to do with chopsticks? Was it?
The spoons, the long metal spoons. Like,
Oh yeah, we and Amy used to practice like our fucking Voldemort. Like,
yeah.
Do you remember the day we sat in yours practicing how Voldemort held it?
Because he didn't just hold it like the rest.
No, he doesn't hold it like this. He holds it like
between his fingers. And it was, I think, because I had seen a TikTok of your man, the actor, I can't think of his name, that plays Voldemort, and he was talking about it, like certain things he done to get into the character. And I was like, oh yeah, he doesn't hold it like anyone else. He's just like,
no, he's so effortless
like
because his magic is so powerful.
Yeah, it's like the wand's literally just chilling in his hand, and his fingers are yeah.
He's like,
We're
Harry
very
Potter,
cool.
the boy who came today. Abracadabra. No, we can't get back down this rabbit hole.
I showed me bad the other day because she kept singing the song "I'd rather take my whiskey neat." Right, totally sang that out of tune because I fucking get so anxious when I start singing the song trying to explain the song. But anyways, do you remember the TikTok I sent you ages ago? And it was pictures, right? And it was your man who sings that song, or it was something that sings that song. And then when you flip to the next one, instead of it saying "neat," it's Voldemort. You go and like she'd been singing it for about a week, and we'd heard it on the telly and whatever.
But you can't, when you hear it now, you have to go.
I literally just like hearing and I showed her to her, and she started pissing herself off, and she's like, there's just something wrong with you. So now whenever time she sings that, I go
It's the holding of the mic and the
and
but
the fucking beluga whale face.
that's
I got sunburned because I wasn't wearing a hat or a scarf or anything, and I'm having some sort of bodily dysfunction. I look like a mix between Sloth from the Goonies and a beluga whale, because it's just the middle of me head is just a lump.
Yeah, Amy sent me a photo earlier, like, and of what it looked like from the side, and I literally just sent her a photo of a beluga whale back, and she was like, "Oh my god, like I actually do."
Because I was like, I look like some sort of like dinosaur, because I was picturing like something from the land before time, and I was like, yeah, I don't look right at all. It's very funny.
Well, it could be worse. You could look like Sid from Ice Edge.
What, me eyes out here? That's what's gonna happen.
They do this every year.
That's gonna be when this keeps growing. My eyes end about here. I'm like, they do this every year.
I fucking love Sid from Ice Edge.
Ice Edge is actually so good.
So good.
Did you fancy Diego?
I was just, you stole my question. That's the saber-tooth tiger, isn't it?
Yeah.
No. I didn't fancy
Not
him.
even just a tiny bit. Like when he has his all like bad boy to good boy, like little
Yeah,
arc
probably a
and stuff.
little
They're like,
bit.
Yeah. Little
But
hero.
it wasn't like Kovu.
No, Kova's definitely better looking.
I still fancy Kovu.
Yeah, same. Yeah, so he's still
So do you want to hear something wild?
What?
I think I think this is right, but I could be wrong because I haven't looked it up. But I think, do you know Hercules, teenage Hercules?
Yeah.
I think that's the same voice as Kovu.
It's definitely so. I know it's
Max.
It's Max.
But I think he
I
does
don't know.
Kovu, and I think he does
Yeah.
teen because there's actually three. Like,
3 different Herculeses.
I think he does teenage because I was watching it the other day,
Oh.
and I was like, that just sounds like Kovu.
Yeah, it's just like.
Then I
hit it.
couldn't like shake it, but I didn't look it up, so I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But, like when you think of I Can Go the Distance.
See, I don't know Hercules like you know Hercules.
Oh, I fucking love Hercules, and
Yeah.
they're bringing it to Broadway.
Yeah, I saw that.
It better come here.
I'd say it will.
Like, to be honest, I'll just go up on the stage. I'll perform for it if it
Yeah,
doesn't.
Neve can do plenty of one-woman shows of our movies because she watches the same thing over and over again. There's no even comeback. She's just like,
I was like, yeah.
and that's a fact.
But it's an anxiety thing because I know how the movie's gonna end. Like, there's no
Yeah,
surprises.
I get that.
Sometimes like if I have to go on an emotional roller coaster with a film,
Yeah.
I'm up the wall.
But that's funny because I feel like I'm similar in certain ways, but not that I'd watch the same. I couldn't watch the same film say every day or like multiple times a day or whatever.
No, I have done.
Yeah, you have done plenty of times, like Mrs. Doubtfire on repeat for about a month, and I know because it's on the telly, it's so much easier
Yeah.
to do that. I definitely get that, but
But it's not like I'm sitting there like.
I know when I'm on my own, I find it hard to watch a new film, even
Oh,
though
yeah,
I want
yeah.
to watch it, and like. Especially living alone, it's like you're either never gonna watch it or
Yeah.
you're gonna watch it on your own. So like I will like try think of films that I haven't seen in ages and
Yeah.
put them on, or I'll find something like a genre that I like very specific, like a bank heist or like some sort of heist
Yeah.
movie because I'm like they all end the same. I kind of like that, like the Ocean's 8 or whatever they are. But yeah, I get like that, but in a different way of watching
Yeah.
the exact same film. But I like remember.
I
from
have
some
me
years
tried and
ago.
truths. I have me tried and truths.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like even like Hercules is a problem.
See, like, I just don't retain information though. At the same
Yeah.
time, like the way you can remember songs and quotes, and like.
Yeah, I
that's-
remember stupid.
But
shit.
I'm so jealous of that.
Why?
I don't know. Because I just can't recite a song. I could listen to a song every day.
Yeah, but
for years,
you-
and I would still say the wrong
you're-
words. 'Cause I
do
don't
you know-
listen to the words.
But I will give you this, right? If I described the instructions to you, didn't show you, just told you instructions,
Yeah.
you retain that and you can physically do that.
Yeah. True.
My problem is, you're better off talking to me in Braille because I cannot. If you told me instructions over the phone how to do something, no, I'm a visual person. I have
Yeah.
photographic memory. I need to be shown how to do something.
Yeah.
Like Aaron will ask me, like,
Yeah.
Neve, where's something in the fridge? And I'm like, oh, it's on the left, second shelf to the right, like whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, how do you remember this shit? I'm like, because I'm fucking organised.
Because I put it there.
Yeah, like what stupid shit.
I just remember, like I have such a weird memory. Like I lost one of my dad's birthday presents because I didn't remember where I hid it.
But yeah, we've all been there though, because you put
Like-
up so well.
But was it? It was in my knicker drawer. It was literally in my underwear drawer, and I checked twice. I found it short time, but I didn't remember taking it out of the package it came in the post.
So you were looking for
So I was
something
looking
different.
for something
Yeah.
because I had no memory of discarding that and just keeping the little box. Like things like that. Like I'll picture something where I think I've put it, and I'll go there and it's not there. Because I've moved it again, or I probably thought about putting it there and didn't, and put it somewhere else, but won't remember the second part. I'll like, cause like you, I'm very visual. Where if someone's like, "Where's that?" and like my ma's asked me where something is, I'm like, "Oh, it's there." She's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, that's where I remembered putting it."
And then you're like,
It's
if it's visually not there, then
yeah,
I'm like,
"Oh, I'm
then
gone."
no, then it's you moved it. Where did you
yeah,
move it?
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
like, why'd you not move? But yeah.
yeah, like.
But we had some taboo topics we
Oh
wanted.
yeah, we'll jump into them.
You had a good one that we were gonna chat with.
Oh yeah, so I thought about this, that like I wondered if the podcast ever got to a stage where it was their full-time jobs and kind of maybe social media became their jobs, like Instagram, whatever. I don't want to say influencers because I find that real icky, but like it just became a
This is-
thing where we kind of share. I feel like we share a lot of our life on the podcast, as much as we don't share
Yeah.
everything,
No, we're
quite
definitely
open.
like open, but like
So I was curious,
Yeah.
if you were to have kids, would you show them on your Instagram? Like, say you had a following, like the podcast was your full-time job. I'm not saying you had to have millions. You could have millions followers, couple of thousand, whatever it is. Like, but would you show your kids on it? And would you, like, I'm not saying go full throttle, like family YouTube channel with you, Aaron, and the kids, like, but
I think I don't know. I think I would definitely have a different like I already have my Instagram on private.
yeah,
I think I would either keep my Instagram on private for like photos of me kids and my life, whatever, and then I'd probably just have like a separate Instagram where it's more like this is an Instagram I'm actually making money from, or like more like influencer,
yeah,
but out me kids.
yeah,
But now if they were in vlogs or anything like that, I'm not taking them out of it.
yeah,
But I'd be very careful what they're doing in it, like, and stuff like that.
like the content wouldn't be centered around them. They just happen to be in the background of your content,
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah. Or if I was talking to them, like whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I would be going out my way not to have them in it, but I'd be very careful what they're doing while they're in it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, right, bath time and they're in the bath, or
Yeah.
even if they're like,
Covered in stuff.
even if they're covered and you can't see and you can only see their heads. Like, I'm just real like they
Yeah,
don't need it.
that's not needed.
That's not a home video. That's if it's going out on the internet for everyone, it's going out on the like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they don't need to see some
Yeah.
things. But I don't think even if it wasn't, we had the podcast, like even like not like regular people
Yeah.
are now like blurring their kids' faces or putting emojis over their kids' faces. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I would personally do that because
Yeah.
my Instagram is on private, so I don't accept anyone I don't necessarily know some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Especially strange men or whatever. Like,
Yeah. No, for that.
no, any different. Like, it's just mammy's job.
Yeah.
But then I think if they get older and they're like, I don't want to be on camera, like,
That's totally fine.
like that's totally fine.
Yeah.
And I'd constantly be like, do you want to be in this vlog? If we were
Yeah.
vlogging or whatever, and if they're like, no, and I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
But I don't think just because you're putting your life online doesn't mean your child necessarily has. And
Yeah. they don't
I'd be
have to-
so careful as well because they go to school and the internet is a wild fucking place. Like,
It is,
people
yeah.
can narrow down where people's kids go to schools and
Yeah.
look up certain uniform, like shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, you have to be so careful. I think if anything in school uniforms are on, they will never see a picture around.
No.
Like, if that
It's
was
literally that season right now, and I think that's what prompted me to ask, because I
Mhm.
also know like a couple of influencers that like I'd followed, they stopped showing their kid because like there was just getting nasty comments from certain people.
so
as
mean.
well.
Like, who says nasty
And
to
that's what I'm saying.
kids?
It's like the internet's wild kind of place that people have opinions on how kids look, how you're raising your kids, what you're doing, what you're like. There's so many opinions
Yeah.
on that it's like I don't need that.
Like, you'd almost need to, I think anyone with like a family channel or anything like that, the best thing to do is just don't allow comments. Just turn the
Yeah.
comments off, because your kids are going to get old enough to a stage where they can
They
actually
can
read
read
them
them,
comments. Like, you can't sense your kids from life,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what I
feel
mean?
a bit weird about family channels these days.
Yeah, I think it's a
They're
bit.
not. I feel like they're not fully right. I don't know.
Now, did you ever
'Cause they're
watch
all-
the Jess family? She's like
No.
ginger. She has like 5 kids and she has like stepkids.
No.
Yeah, I used to like watch them. They're actually alright. But it's so centered around our kids.
Yeah.
But it's just more like, right, we're driving here to get football. Like, she has so many kids, so she's like
Right. Okay.
always like,
I
and they
was
go on a
thinking,
lot of
like,
holidays. Like, they go to like Disney a lot because they're
Yeah, like,
American
they
and
do
stuff like
stuff.
that. But some of them I feel like it's very forced upon the kids. Like, right, stand there now and
Yeah. Like it's very. I don't know. It's just. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, don't I think of like how the Ace family went? Did you ever
yeah,
watch
that
them?
was strange.
Like, it's just they obviously got to a certain level and then they got used to a certain lifestyle that was like, we have to do this even if they don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
that's like the kids were so young that like they obviously grow up with nothing else. It's like saying like the way Kylie Jenner now talks, like she doesn't remember life before reality TV, and it's like, yeah, I'm not surprised. What were you like, 6, 8,
Yeah.
10 maybe? And even that's a little bit older than some of these kids on these family channels.
Yeah.
But it's like they don't know anything else, so of course I'm like, yeah, well, this is normal, this is fine. Like, there's just constantly someone going around with a camera, like, and I can't, like, but then it's like, I'm curious to see some of these kids when they're older, like in their late teens or 20s or something, like what.
Yeah.
Like,
And you
it's
wonder, like,
weird.
is a camera always being in their face, almost making them act a certain way for their
Yeah.
whole life? And then say the channel just stopped and there wasn't a camera in their face, you'd not think they'd feel like, well, I actually don't know how to act.
Yeah, what do you do when you're not, like, putting on a show, right? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, as much as they're supposedly filming their lives and their day-to-day lives, there's a bit of an act, there's a bit of a performance
Yeah.
to it to keep people entertained and coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Where, what do you do with mundane life?
And I don't understand, you don't necessarily, if you have a family channel, right, and I'm being realistic, you don't necessarily have to have your kids in it. If your kids are in school from all day,
Yeah.
you have, I know obviously, like, people are like, oh, because I can only film like at certain times of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but if you are going out to work a 9 to 5, you are in work doing work from that 9 to 5. So why don't you treat filming or doing whatever videos are fucking paid fucking ads in that 9 to 5?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like they don't necessarily have to be in your videos.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's like people share so much of their lives. Like, say just a regular influencer that's shared their life, not even necessarily like deep dark secrets or everything that's going on, but I feel like in a certain way then as well, audiences, I find, feel very entitled to all the information. That it's like, oh, why is she not showing her kids? She showed XYZ and showed this, and now it's like they're just not showing it. I'm like, I feel like people have a right to not show certain things. Like, if I am, say, a fashion influencer and everything I did was about clothes, makeup and all that stuff, if I get pregnant and I have a kid and I, like, that's nothing got to do with what I'm wearing for fall, or what my summer outfits are, or like, I don't think it necessarily comes with it. But I think because sometimes, no matter what your niche is, whether it's music here, whatever your kind of niche is, you end up sharing little things about your life as well. That then people do feel entitled to. But I'm like, you're not really entitled to everything. Like,
no, but there's definitely like a limit, I think.
Yeah.
That everyone should like respect people's limits.
Yeah.
And I know people are, and then, but the flip side to that is then people say, or the people filming, like vloggers or whatever, will say, oh, like, we only show all the good things, like people don't see the bad side of our lives. I'm like, but that's you.
You're choosing
to put that out. Well, don't get me wrong, like, if we're going through a tough time, we're not sitting here crying on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, because we've warped brains and we just laugh through everything.
Yeah, we're a bit weird like
while
that.
We're internally tormented. But that's just how we deal with it. But other people will be crying on a camera.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, clickbait.
Yeah.
So it's like, can you win? I don't think you can win on the internet.
It's such blurred lines that it's like one person could get hounded for wanting like a private life, but also sharing certain things, like, say, they're bleeding interior design and all their content's about that, but then they want to keep certain aspects private, like that, like kids or whatever. But then there's always going to be part of the audience that are, they want everything, they want all the info. Like, don't get me wrong, sometimes I'm like, I can be nosy as well, that I'm like, oh, this fashion, she's pregnant now, I'm like, I wonder what she's going to call her kid, or I wonder what she's having. I will forget that information as soon as it's put out into the world. I'm not there like, what's your baby's name, we haven't seen your kid, do you ever have your kid? I'm like,
like, the comments people are a bit like
wild.
But the funny thing is, like, me and Aaron watched this well, it was a fella and his wife when we started watching the Tim Tracker. If anyone watches him, let us know in the comments down below. But I love the Tim Tracker.
Yeah.
Like, I love the Tim Tracker. Now, he does, it's mostly like Orlando, Disney, Universal, like, videos. He does like information kind of videos, and he goes to the parks, and he has a wife. But like, me and Aaron started watching them before we were prepping to go to Orlando, and we still watch them like every day. We've seen them like have their 2 kids, we've seen their dogs pass away, we've seen them move house. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously their vlogs have definitely changed from when we first started watching them, when it was just like mainly like
Yeah.
theme park. But then obviously you have kids, you can't go to the theme parks all the time, but they do like home vlogs and the kids are in them. But like the kids aren't like the main focus of any video.
Yeah.
The kids are in the background playing, like, because you can hear them screaming, or they're on
It's
camera.
not centered around the kids,
Or
like
you
in
see-
a clickbaity
Yeah,
pranking way.
yeah.
Like them kind of videos that are real, like cash grabs.
Exactly. You know, are they in the videos? Like, not every single video. The theme park videos, they're not really in, like, because they're very young. Like,
Right.
one's a baby, and then the other one's like only starting like big school.
Yeah.
But if they are in the videos, like, you'll see them probably eating a bit of dinner, or like they're playing with Hot Wheels. Like,
Yeah.
they're just running
doing normal
around.
things
Yeah.
yeah.
But none of them are like, right, we're gonna sit him down, and we're gonna sit Jackson down. He has to be the center of this video. Like, it's all like, it's not. It's nothing's forced. Like, it's just chaotic, to be honest. Like,
like just general life.
Yeah. If that's your approach, then fine. Like, do you like, because everyone knows the whole preference of the channel is theme parks.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like, I prefer the home vlogs.
Yeah.
Personally, because
they're a little bit different than kind of the same theme parks. Right?
Yeah,
like,
and like, it just depresses me and gives me holiday blues. The
Yeah,
theme
you wanna
parks.
go.
Yeah. So, and if we watched them for so many years that we nearly know, like, oh, the Halloween videos are coming out. Like, we've watched all the Christmas videos are coming. We're going to see all the, like, the theme park ones. We know
they can only be so different, right? Like, with the little upgrades every year, but there's same format of going to the Halloween show or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah, if I was doing it, like, I probably wouldn't have comments. Like, and I know comments boost views, and by goes, you have to be, you have to give, something has to give. Do you know, that kind of way?
Yeah. I don't think I'd show my kids if I had kids.
No,
I don't think so.
like, at all.
Yeah.
Like, if you were vlogging and it was just like, no, you're not going to see a toe of me child.
Yeah, probably. Like, not in a weird way, but like I feel like when it's newborn baby, like, maybe like a little bit, like if you were holding them or whatever, like cracking the head, I'm not gonna be like, oh, punch out, because obviously they change so much in the 4 weeks. But I just think people are too opinionated.
Yeah.
And like that, and also it's like just wild to just like what I've seen about 100 kids and their school uniforms and where they're going to school and what year they're in, and like,
and
it's just
people
wild.
putting their kids' names on school bags. Please, stop doing it.
Yeah.
It's kidnapper 101.
Yeah.
I'm actually, like, I'm flabbergasted by the amount of people this morning when I went on Instagram and seeing they had their child's name on their backpack.
Plastered across the backpack. Yeah.
A stranger comes up. You're in primary school. A stranger comes up. Oh, Sophie. And they're like, who are you? First of all, know your name because on your backpack.
Yeah.
Second of all, seen this photo of you on Instagram. Know what school you're in. Oh yeah, I'm your dad's friend. He told me to come and collect you. He's running late.
Yeah.
I know from myself, I was always taught stranger danger, right?
Yeah.
But when you're put on the spot like that as a child, say that wasn't real course in it, and you feel so awkward, you're gonna go with them.
Yeah.
Or the chances of you going with them are so much higher.
Yeah, especially if they know your name.
So people,
you're not even thinking it's on your bleeding backpack.
I know, and I know what they're saying. No, well, I'll never be late for my child. Like, my child will never be standing in the yard. Like, I'll always be there on time. Blah, blah. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Things happen that you might be 5-10 minutes late to pick up your child. Unfortunately, that's fucking life.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally.
Like, I was shocked.
Yeah,
like,
it's mad.
I was like, are people actually? And I'm sorry, but are people actually stupid?
I know.
Like,
I just
me
feel like
as a parent, I
don't
think
about it.
But I also think, like, how much of a bubble do you think you're in? Like, nothing's gonna happen. Oh, you can see where Michelle goes to school. Oh, see his name.
Yeah.
Like, what else do you want to know? Like, just fucking take them.
Yeah. Here they are.
I'll leave them out for outside the front of the school.
Yeah, like
I'm literally like,
wild.
if you are that blind to the world.
Like, there's nothing wrong
I'm
with
not even
taking
gonna
photos
say
of them, but it's just like, why does a photo of your kid in every scenario need to go on social media?
No, like, that's fine.
In
Like,
that sense,
you're
like,
excited for them. They're starting skill. That is fine.
Mm.
But the name on the backpacks this morning, if that just was like anyone, I don't even have kids, and I know that's fucking wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's just, I don't know.
Like, and I mean in big writing.
Yeah. Yeah. All caps.
Like,
Right there.
I'm not being bad, but like, like open your eyes.
Yeah.
Honestly, open your eyes.
Mm.
Like, it's shocking.
Yeah, it's a bit, I don't know.
Sure, they even used to, like, even when we were young, I remember when we were in primary school, me and my sisters, like, if we had a name tag on us, no, first day of school, yeah, my man and dad would be like, take that off.
Yeah.
Don't ever walk out of school with a name tag on you like that.
Yeah.
Because you do not, like, I've had days where my man and dad were late picking me up and I was left standing in the yard.
You're like, hello?
No, seriously,
Yeah,
like, and one time me ma was supposed to pick me up, but she got delayed somewhere.
Yeah.
And me uncle and me dad were driving past me school and seen me standing in the yard, but they didn't know me ma was delayed.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking dad had to come in and get me.
Yeah.
But if it was a stranger and seeing a strange child,
Just standing there, yeah. I remember that happened to me once as well when my dad was collecting me. And like, I had stood out, and I don't know how it had just happened, but my teacher had walked off. That my teacher wasn't standing there waiting, and then it was just like, I was in the yard of me own. Everyone had been collected, and I was kind of like, I need to go back into this school. Like, it was primary school.
yeah,
I was like, I mean, my dad rocked up a few minutes later, but it was like, literally, it was just me in the yard of me own. And I was like, is this door open? Like, hello, I'm still here. Do you know what it was? I was actually a substitute teacher. That's what I was like.
well, she should have been sacked.
I was trying to teach there. I was like, why didn't my teacher walk off? They usually always wait till everyone's gone.
Now, in
But
fairness,
it was a sub.
sometimes I do know, like in primary school, so say when they let you all out and the teacher goes out, and you say walk to the end of the gate,
Yeah.
you know, and you'd be like, oh, they might be standing out here, and she just assumes you're having been
Yeah,
picked up,
yeah.
and they go back in. But like, I remember one time I didn't get picked up. My dad was late, and I left and I walked home, like.
Stop.
And I got home and my ma opened the door and she was like, where's your dad? And I was like, no one collected me, I walked. And she was like, don't you ever leave that schoolyard again.
Yeah.
She was like, your dad's just delayed now, he's fucking gonna be there, he's probably gonna go into the school now
Run amok.
and be like, where's me child? She was like, could have happened to you because we wouldn't have known where you were and you just left the school. She was like, it's like when you get lost in the shop, you never leave the shop.
Never.
And I was like, well then you should have picked me up on time. I was a cheeky little fuck, like,
No,
so cheeky when I was younger, like,
Yeah.
well then you should have picked me up.
Yeah, drove off for not being
I was like, where's me dinner?
oh, stop.
But yeah, I don't know, I don't have an issue with people putting up pictures of their kids like
No.
in their uniform. It's exciting for them, like their new year, whatever.
Yeah.
But fucking be a bit like, have some
Yeah,
sort of,
something.
because it's not, even if you put a photo of them with their backpack with their name on it up on Instagram, right, fair enough, but I can see your child's name even if I don't have it on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, like if you have a real private Instagram, like.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes one weirdo to see you bringing your child and walk your child through the gates, sees his name on the backpack,
Yeah.
and it just then goes, I know they're usually at 1:30,
Yeah.
2:30. I'll just wait around and I know to.
Because there's fucking creeps out there. Like, there really is.
And you can just go, like, most of the schools, like the playgrounds, like for the break time, are accessed, like you can walk past and look at them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually very true.
Did you ever? Oh, you probably didn't. But do you remember in our area, Paddy Gives a Twirl?
No.
Do you never remember Paddy Gives a Twirl?
No.
So he was this outfit, and if you shouted, Paddy Gives a Twirl, he used to twirl around like a ballerina.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Like, I think he was a bit of a crazy or something. Like, I remember in primary school, because the Marista gates, like, you could just step over them, like, which was so fucking.
Yeah, that's not safe.
It's so unsafe. That I could do a whole episode on.
Yeah.
Well, when you used to see Paddy Gives a Twirl walk by, we'd be like, Paddy Gives a Twirl, and he used to like go around like a little ballerina. I just vividly remember the story, like I picture it, like even where I was standing. Yeah.
No, didn't know.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's.
Didn't know he was a thing.
Yeah, I think there's more of a backstory to him. I'll have to actually. I think Aaron might have remembered him as well. I'll have to ask him what was the story of Paddy Gives a Twirl. Isn't it mad? Like, that's real Irish. Paddy Gives a Twirl.
Yeah, Paddy Gives a Twirl. Proper fucking Irish.
Yeah.
Like,
they love a nickname in Ireland.
they
I tell
do.
You.
They really do, especially for some.
Some of them are so clever though.
Area.
Aaron had like a thread before and he was reading out all these ones, how people got their nicknames, and we were in a kink. I'll have to try see can he find it, and we'll talk about it on the podcast. Some of them are so clever. Like, they're brilliant.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah, no, I don't know of him now. He was before my time.
Yeah, but if I did have kids and I had like a social media like presence, we'll say, I'd be very limited.
Yeah, and what got shared.
On what got shared. Like, I definitely wouldn't have a public Instagram. I'd always keep my Instagram private. Like,
Yeah.
Like, if I was gonna make money off it, like I said, I'd have a new one. Like,
yeah, make a different one.
Because on my personal, then like you can just limit who sees it, like whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially because we live far away. Like, we don't live in Ireland. Like,
Yeah.
so it's not as if like our parents or whatever are seeing our kids or whatever every day.
Yeah.
Like, but if I'm making money off it, like, no, you don't need to make money off my kids as well.
No.
But if I'm vlogging and they're just there, like, yeah, but be very limited.
Yeah.
More like passing, like.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, right, I have to cut all that clip I was recording because they're in the background.
Yeah,
fucking.
no.
I would be very limited, like. But then if they're just funny, they're funny. Like, I'd just be like, no, I have to put that in. This was too funny. Because it kind of is like a visual diary as well.
Yeah, true.
But I'd be very careful.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't allow comments.
Yeah.
I'd just throw in comments off. There is some vloggers that does have comments off, like, on all their videos and their TikToks, like.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't need to see them. If kids don't need to see them, like, it doesn't. It takes away the power of people behind the keyboard. Like, we get stupid fucking comments.
Yeah,
like.
we do. It's
So, people are just cruel to women and kids.
Yeah, they are.
And animals.
People on the internet are assholes.
But you know what? Some of the fucking, like, funny enough, the majority of like comments we get, it's just like talking about our weight. Oh my god, just where we didn't own a fucking mirror. Like.
Yeah. Like, okay.
It's like, okay,
Very
do you
soft.
think I'm bothered? Do you
You've
think
never seen a fat person before?
I'm not being bad, but like, if I was that bothered, do you think I'd put a camera in front of me?
Yeah. Like, I don't get it. People are just weird. Like, I've never. People who comment on stuff are just weird. Like, negative comments on it. Like,
no.
Like,
Unless I'm entering a competition and tagging someone, I'm not.
Did you really feel the need to say it? Like, what did you genuinely get out of saying that? Like,
no, it's a fucking. I
it's
think.
just what are you? That's ick.
Oh, it
like,
is. It is.
Ick. Like, major ick, red flag.
Ick,
like,
ick,
just
ick.
yeah.
It is. It's major ick.
Yeah.
Like, if you're, especially if you're commenting on someone's body, it's like you're. It's not gonna change how you look.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change how we look. So why?
No. Like, just what do you want to actually get out of doing that?
Yeah.
Like, realistic.
Don't get me wrong. It's not all like we're saying comments, but like I think what we mean is like if you're sharing negative comments like about a person's opinion, I don't give a fuck if like you see people on Twitter and they're having conversations about football and all that.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like that's fine. It's when someone is like just blatantly putting out their opinion that's something so fucking stupid and it's post that it's just negative basically.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
It's like what was the reason? What was the
reason?
Yeah, I don't know. But parasocial relationships with people on the internet is just weird. Like, people just feel so entitled to certain like things and like there's a certain couple on TikTok and it's like people just have no filter and voicing their opinions on their relationship and commenting certain things and it's like it's mad how quickly people's attitude changes. Like, at first it's like, oh, power couple this, power couple that, and then it's like, oh, actually he's a bit cringe, actually he's a bit this, actually leave him, actually, like, and it's just weird how it just the wave just changes and then everyone just has all these opinions on your life, your relationship.
Yeah, well, it's like Tommy Fury and Molly May.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like perfect couple.
Oh my god, everyone now was like, well, everyone in Manchester knew he was out every weekend ripping her off. Like, what did tweeting that actually get you? What did you look like a cunt?
Like, does anyone actually have stone like cold hard facts that he was cheating?
I don't know.
I don't really follow them.
I'm
not a big Love Islander, so I'm more of a Bravo girl, me. But
yeah, like, I don't know. There's like so many different stories and rumors going.
It's
around,
like why is there always a break when there's a break? There's always sides being chosen.
Yeah.
Like, there's always a side.
Like, it was just like the floodgates open of like TikToks being made, you know, like with a sound and writing on it, or like tweets being put up by girls, and it's like, oh well, it's like common knowledge that Tommy's out every weekend cheating on her here in Manchester. It's common knowledge. It's like, what are you actually gaining now sharing that information, even if it's true? Like, you're sharing it now that she's announced they've broken up, so you're just letting the world know, oh, well, I knew he was cheating.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Of
I
course.
knew. I
Oh,
knew
everyone
this
knew.
time.
Everyone knew. Now that's
Like,
public knowledge. Everyone knew.
Like, what? Like, sorry, you look like a cunt.
I'm sorry.
You sound like a cunt.
Like, and even if you tell me, oh, did you hear about Molly May's house? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It doesn't affect my life whatsoever.
We're just like a pint full of joy and rainbows and cake. We really are. And we're like, we just don't give a fuck.
No, but it's just like, I find it weird that people get so obsessed with influencers.
Oh, you said obsessed and I said invested. Oh, we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's people that I follow and I like.
I hate that word influencer.
Yes,
I literally hate that word
yeah,
influencer.
same.
There was a girl on Instagram stories today, and she's like, oh my god, like I'd be so lost without all my followers, and I was like, ew, why does it feel like I'm part of like her cult?
That's usually what it fucking is, like,
all my followers. Ew, I was literally like, she's not even triggering that. Like, don't call me a follower. First of all, I'm after going through about 500 stories and you must have been near the end. Like, I'm not poor. I don't even barely know it. But she said followers, and I was like, oh my god, I feel like I'm in like a fucking Scientology or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah, like, I just
made me feel some way.
Sorry, the coffee's repeating on me. But I feel like there's people that I followed for years, and there's people that I might have watched for years and that I don't really watch anymore, or maybe they don't post as much, say, YouTube anymore, but I still have them on Instagram, whatever. But like, and I've seen them, say, maybe in different relationships, right, over the years. So an influencer I might have followed or someone, whatever. But it's like, I've never ever like messaged any of these people, commented on their stuff. I've never.
No.
I'd never be like, oh, she's doing this now, I don't like this anymore, why is she promoting that brand, I'm gonna comment all this up. Like, never.
Like, unless you're gonna comment something positive, I don't see the reason. I don't see the point in commenting something negative.
Yeah.
Like, and we put an episode out a few weeks ago, and it was about you losing your hair.
Yeah.
And the feedback on that, like, even just the thumbnail.
Yeah.
And the short, like, people were so positive, and it was so lovely, like, to get comments from people, like. But if there was one negative comment, I was ready to tear someone's head off and shit down their neck. I'm telling you that now.
I just, like, sometimes I see people that either we know and they have like a following, I don't want to call them influencers, but like they'd have a following and that is their job, and they are fucking influencers, but they put up, say, maybe screenshots of like people that just message them nasty shit, or like, say they put up a story and someone just writes something smart to it. Or
that's horrible, though.
We know them, or the other influencers you often see, like, they'll put up something, say they've put up a story about a new hair color, I don't know, and someone's like, or would you not do this, or like they've put up a bleeding, they're on holidays and they've put up a bikini picture and someone's like, oh, lose a bit of weight, and it's like, who on earth is like, why are you following this person more?
The internet is a wild place.
It's just crazy to me.
It's crazy because
like,
there's no way you can be that bulletproof. There's no way when you are getting so many of them comments that does not, and there's no escaping that.
No.
Well, like, obviously people are like, well, then just don't be on the internet. Just don't be on the internet. Yeah. But when people are influencers, that's their income, that's their job. Yeah. So yeah, you could be like, well, then just get a new job. But do you not realize how hard that would be for that person when their daily life is sharing their life, and then you want them to go and work in fucking Freshie?
Yeah. Or wherever that's like
work anywhere.
Yeah, but like that's like.
But they shouldn't have to. But that's also they shouldn't have to.
Like, but that's like telling someone who bleeding makes art for a living that if once a month or once a week someone comes like, oh, I don't like that art. That art's actually rotten, and if they like kept getting negative feedback on their art, being like, oh, I'll do something else. Doesn't mean they're not a good artist, or doesn't mean they're not, like, whatever it is. Same with music, same with whatever job, like. I kind of lost my train of thought there. Oh yeah, you wouldn't tell someone like in an everyday job to quit their job if someone was was bullying them. Let's just say or give it like constantly nitpicking at them.
Yeah.
So why is it in this world? It's like there's some weird cloud over people working for themselves on the internet that people are like, well, just do a normal job. You don't have to be in this. Right, yeah, they don't
like
have
some
to be.
people just fall into it. Yeah.
Like that fall
into it. Like,
it's like, who's going to turn around the type of money that some of these influencers are getting? Like, no one. But that doesn't mean it's not hard to get fucking
There would
negative
need to be
thoughts
like
about
an
it.
apocalypse where the internet is shut down.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a quiet place.
Mm.
And there's no internet, like, because I am telling you now, if everyone was given the opportunity in life to make big bucks off certain posts and certain videos, and they could do without doing like their normal fucking
Yeah.
like any job, they would do it.
Oh, 100%.
Hands down. If someone
Yeah.
denies it, I'm gonna be like, so you're telling me
Yeah.
you're more interested in making the big man richer
Yeah.
than you making fucking really good dough off
Yeah.
a few posts.
Yeah.
Are you winding me up? You're gonna dedicate 40 hours or whatever the fly is
Yeah.
on the lens.
No, he's not, is he?
Yes.
Oh, bastard. There's nothing we can even throw at him. Whoosh! Avada-kedavra!
Agavakavaga.
Oh. What are we gonna do?
We'll wrap up anyway because we're gonna finish.
Yeah, true. We'll do that.
There's another little baby one. Is this thing laying
Oh
eggs?
my god, I had my window open earlier and he just came in, the bastard.
We need to open it and let him back out.
No, I don't want more to come in.
Oh, there's fucking construction, so I can't.
Yeah.
But we'll finish
Oh
this
yeah,
up
but too
anyway.
loud to actually open more in here. I
Um.
hope you can see. Is he still on it? I can't see that.
Yeah, he's like he's
blending in.
right under the one on the right.
Oh, okay.
So I think they might just see like a bit of a wing.
Okay.
Um.
Audio listeners are like,
They're fruit flies because we're smelly.
So-
But yeah, we're gonna wrap up here for today.
yeah, we'll do our other taboos and maybe the next episode or something. Taboos,
Yeah.
topics, questions, because we
Though
kinda
they might
ranted
not
on
be
a
as
bit.
heavy. The other ones might be a bit more random.
Yeah, yeah. then,
Lighthearted.
Like, whether you're letting your kid on the internet or not.
Yeah.
But,
No issue with people who put kids on the internet, but just
Yeah.
please be aware of the like
the
the
negatives of it. Like,
negatives and the dangers of certain information on the internet. But
Yeah.
but yeah, all the kids started school back today. I'll shout out actually me niece Macy started big school today in Loretto. Yeah.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. There's a
Why are
photo
all
of her. I'll
these
show you the
kids
photo of her.
So old now.
I know, I'm not
That's
prepared.
wild.
I am not prepared.
Yeah.
They're all growing up too fast. I feel like all the kids like that, like, you know, back home,
Yeah.
like there are people that you like you wouldn't really talk to, but you know, and they have kids. I feel like everyone's just like have to start in school.
Yeah.
I know, like that's a thing called time,
Yeah, it's
Neve,
wild.
but anyway, I just wanted to, yeah,
Yeah.
me niece is starting big
Kids are
school.
grown up.
I know, time is passing.
But yeah, we'll wrap this one up.
We'll
for
wrap
this
this one
week and
up.
Hope you enjoyed the random ass topic.
Yeah, and we really want to finish it before the fly
Yeah.
actually moves onto the lens.
Okay.
So you do your spiel.
So if you're watching on YouTube and you can see the fly, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to audio, Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to your podcast, please leave us a review. We'd really appreciate it, and maybe give us a follow so you can see when new episodes are uploaded. Also follow our Instagram and TikTok. It's the main social platforms we use, and see all our stuff that we post and about new episodes and questions and shit like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
see you in the next one.
Bye.